I recently made a video on the viral 2026 trends that I won't be buying or things that are just aren't worth your money. And I must say, you guys really seem to like that style of video. So today I thought I'd do the opposite. What actually is worth your money? Things I would genuinely buy again and things I have invested in recently that I don't regret at all. So let's get started. First thing that comes to my mind is high quality fabrics. Think cotton, linen, silk, wool. These are the kind of fabrics that just change how everything looks and feels. I recently worked on a video with QUINCE, and that was actually the first time I built a full capsule wardrobe using mostly high quality sustainable fabrics. I was wearing pieces that were 100% linen, 100% silk, things I would normally assume are expensive and hard to find, but they were actually really affordable and accessible. And once I tried those pieces, I realized the difference between low quality and the high quality product out there. It's how they sit on the body. Everything just sits differently, falls a bit differently, and they feel so effortless. In fact, I like the pieces so much that I went back and actually spent my own money on 3 more items from their website. I got this brown 100% washable silk skirt, this 100% European linen blazer, and then a cashmere sweater. And that honestly says a lot because I am usually very intentional with my money, with what I add to my wardrobe. And once you start noticing that difference between high quality and low quality, it's really hard to go back. At least for me now, it's really hard to go back. So I highly recommend, if there's one thing that you want to spend your money on, spend it on high quality fabric. Just buy one, be very selective, and I am 200% sure you'll realize the difference it makes. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Please stop investing in cheap jewelry that cost $1 or $2. It tarnishes in no time. I've made that mistake myself, and that's exactly how I learned. All that money could have easily gone toward one high quality piece that would still be in my closet today. So I highly recommend that you instead invest in something you can wear daily without worrying about it. Something that instantly makes even the simplest outfit look polished. For example, I am wearing this bracelet right now. I've had this on for about 3 months. I shower, I go to the gym, and it still looks amazing. It's a timeless, minimal, and a very classic piece, a design that goes with so many of my outfits. And that's because I decided to invest in solid gold rather than gold plated pieces. So this is something that is actually going to last me for years. This one is from Linear, and you guys all know how much I love this brand, and I'm super excited because Linear is sponsoring today's video. Like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I'm building this collection, and recently I decided to add a few new pieces. Well, not recently, I actually got them about 3 months ago. First piece that I really want to talk about is this petal chain bracelet. Like I said, this is 14K solid gold. If you remember, I got the matching chain a while ago last year, so I really wanted to complete the set and get the bracelet as well. This is so lightweight and the design is classic, timeless, and this is holding up pretty good, as it should, because it's 14K solid yellow gold, and it has these really pretty petal shaped links that catch the light so nicely when you move. I'll show you guys in a video on the side here, but it stands out in a very subtle way. I love the fact that all Linear pieces are very minimal but still very special. The quality is actually really good for everyday wear, and 14K gold is also just really durable, so you don't have to baby it. I just realized even the earrings that I'm wearing right now, these are Meredith hoops, and these are also from Linear. Although they are not solid gold, but these are gold vermeil. I've used them so much for the past 8-9 months, I think, and they still look like new. Next piece is honestly one of my favorite pieces. This is their moonstone ring named Eliza. This one has 3 rainbow moonstones with these really soft white and blue tones, and it just looks so pretty in natural light. And I just love how this one feels a bit more unique without being too loud, and it goes with a number of my outfits. And then the last piece that I really want to talk about is this bean necklace. It's called Carly, with a bean shape on a delicate chain. This one is also gold vermeil and has an adjustable length, which, just like the bracelet, makes it super easy to layer with other necklaces. And I also also feel like these pieces would actually make such a meaningful Mother's Day gift. Mother's Day is May 10th, and there's something really special about giving jewelry that feels intentional, especially for mothers who are constantly taking care of everyone else, always doing a million things at once. Something classic, timeless, and lasting forever will be a perfect gift, something they don't have to think about or overstyle, but it still feels personal. These pieces, I think, will be like a small reminder of appreciation they can carry with them every day. And you can also feel good knowing that Linear is all about sustainability. They use 100% recycled gold and silver wherever possible. Their diamonds are all lab grown too. Even their packaging is made thoughtfully with recycled cardboard. So if you're interested in any of these pieces, whether it's for yourself or your mother, I will leave a link in the description box where you can check their special Mother's Day offer. A good pair of trousers can carry your entire outfit. When the fit is right, everything else just looks more elevated. People don't really talk about this enough, but we always focus on tops and outerwear, when actually a huge part of how an outfit looks comes down to the bottoms. Your pants, trousers set the foundation of the whole look, so if they don't fit well, nothing really saves it. Even if the top is nice, the whole outfit just feels a bit off. But on the other hand, when they fit properly, they instantly make everything look more put together, more intentional, and honestly just more expensive without even trying. And I've noticed this so many times. A simple outfit with well-fitted trousers will always look better than a trendy outfit with bad fitting pants. Most of my pants are either from HALARA or Zara, and it's just a coincidence that they rhyme. Brands like HALARA, they have these wrinkle resistant trousers that fit really well, that you don't have to overthink in the morning, which I personally love for busy days. I also recently got a couple of pairs from QUINCE and they fit really well too. So there are definitely brands out there doing this right. But my main point is, please invest in well-fitted trousers. And if you feel like high quality well-fitted trousers are too expensive, you don't always need to keep buying new ones. A lot of the time, getting your existing pieces that you already love, getting them tailored or altered makes a big difference than buying something completely new. Funny story, when I was applying for internships for the first time here in Canada, I bought these black heels from Walmart, but they were honestly too tight. I thought they looked really good with my outfit, so I just went ahead and wore them anyway, and I ended up with a lot of blisters. So bad, I was literally bleeding. At one point, I even folded the back of the heels just to survive the day. Imagine yourself wearing a very beautiful dress to an event, but then your shoes are so uncomfortable that you are limping. Every step is like that. So you can imagine how that must have looked. I don't know if that was the reason I didn't get the job or not, but that day really stayed with me. I was so embarrassed. So please invest in shoes that are actually comfortable and easy to walk in, neutral, wearable, and something you can style with multiple outfits. It's always worth it, even if it means spending an extra $50. You will not regret buying a comfortable pair. And I think this is where a comfort first mindset really matters. If you always choose comfort first and then think about the style, you actually end up saving more money. You end up saving money in the long run because you are not constantly replacing things you never wear. Mark my words, if there's one thing you invest in, please make it this. Get a pair of Vivaya flats, either their Margot line or the Aria 5 that I talked about in one of my previous videos. They are genuinely life-changing. They are so comfortable, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. Once you start wearing them, you really don't want to go back to any other pair. And these are all my honest reviews. Even right now, I'm wearing their Margot flats. They are really comfortable. And if you're looking for good, high quality, comfortable running shoes, I highly recommend the brand Brooks. This is honestly the brand I swear by. They are supportive, they last long, and they just make such a difference if you're on your feet all day. I'm not gonna lie, I do have quite a few cheap belts in my closet, and that's partly because I am a content creator, so I need variety to create different looks. But the truth is, a good quality belt makes a huge difference. It sounds like a small detail, but it instantly pulls an outfit together and makes even the most basic pieces look more intentional. And I know it can feel a bit painful to spend like $100 on a leather belt where $5 options exist, but in the long run it actually saves you a lot of money because you're not constantly replacing it every few months. And honestly, this one purchase can last you years, unless of course you like switching things up often. So if you're looking for something long lasting, something timeless and classic, two high quality leather belts in your closet are enough: a brown belt and a black one. I don't think this gets talked about enough, but the right undergarments can completely change how your clothes look on your body. A bra that actually fits properly, seamless underwear that don't show lines, it all makes such a big difference because no matter how nice your outfit is, if the base layer isn't right, it just doesn't sit well. And when it is right, everything suddenly looks more smooth, more flattering, and way more put together without you doing anything extra. It's one of those things where you don't really notice when it's good, but you definitely notice when it's not. A brand that I highly recommend is Comfly. I just love their bras. I probably have more than 10 in my collection at this point because they are just that good. Their t-shirt bras are my absolute everyday favorite. They are super soft, they don't dig in, and they just feel really comfortable for everyday wear. It's one of those brands where you put it on and you forget you are even wearing it. And no, nothing is sponsored. I also have a few videos on my channel where I go more into detail if you are interested in seeing how they fit and how I style them. My point being, I will keep investing in high quality undergarments. This is like my non-negotiable. This is one thing that I will never compromise on moving forward because now I know the difference between low quality product and a high quality undergarment. I recently met one of my friends and I was telling her how I got a Stanley Cup, and I actually have been using it. It's really high quality, it works really well. Obviously, it doesn't mean I need to collect it in every color or every variation out there. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's not something I feel the need to keep buying over and over again in different versions. Anyway, coming back to the point, she mentioned she also wanted the original Stanley, but the price kind of stopped her. So instead, she went ahead and bought a cheaper dupe for almost 50% less. But now she actually regrets it because it doesn't work the same way and doesn't feel the same quality wise. And obviously she's thinking of buying the real one, which means she'll end up spending more money had she just bought the original version in the first place. So the same applies to the clothes. This is something to keep in mind. This was just an example. I'm buying multiple cheap versions of something instead of just investing in one solid item you actually use daily usually ends up costing more in the long run. If you are thinking of buying the original or a dupe of something, please do your research and see if it's high quality, see if it's even worth your money. And this last thing is not really a thing, but something to keep in mind. Always know your non-negotiables. Always understand what you won't compromise on, whether it's fit, fabric, or comfort. Because once you know that, you automatically start shopping so much smarter. You stop getting influenced by trends or buying things just because they look good in the moment. You start choosing pieces that actually work for your life, and over time your wardrobe just feels easier, more intentional, more like you. And I think that's the whole point. I really hope that you guys find this video helpful. Again, a huge shout out to Linear for sponsoring today's video. If you're interested in their timeless classic pieces, I will leave all the links in the description box down below. And like always, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!